Hello there, good morning, and welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock, hard rock, heavy metal, and other forms of rock music, and some non-rock music as well. Okay, so this week in rock, which is the name of this show, this week in rock, this week on the Prog Monster, the episodes that I'll be showing, we're going to talk about. I just wanted to mention that I did do a live stream last week. It was the first I've ever done. The stream actually went well. I was able to get out there everything I wanted to do. I didn't receive any viewers. That's okay. It's the first time I've done it. I still don't think I'm big enough to be doing live streams yet, but I thought I would give this one a try, if for no other reason than practice. But there will be possibly another one next month on the same kind of second week of the month, and it'll be a little bit later. If I do it, it'll be around 5, as I want to give some of the other side of the planet a chance to partake in it if they wish to. Okay, so this week we are having our normal Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday shows. The Monday night look back will be on an album that just recently passed into the classic category for me. Needs to be at least 15 years old. This album is now 16, and that's The Who's Wireless, which is an album that I've grown to like quite a bit. The Who released 2 albums in this century, and I actually, like most people, was expecting no more releases from them. They haven't released anything since the 80s, and I figured that's it. They're not going to release anything. It's been like forever, you know. But they released 2 albums, and both have been really good. The Wireless one was the first one in 2006. I think it was a great album for a 23-year hiatus. Some people have knocked it for being a little bit unsorted, but you know what? They don't have to be anything. The Who can just do whatever they want, and I'll be okay with it. Okay, so that's the Monday night look back. So the Wednesday night favorites this week, I decided to do a top 10 favorite songs of one of the members of my group of 8, and I just wanted to announce also that Peter Gabriel has joined the group of 8. This is the first time I've extended it beyond the group of 7 since it became a group of 7 back in 2006. So it's been like the same amount of time as the Wireless album, 16 years since another band has joined that. But I suspect that this will increase more as I'm being more involved with this show and more involved with the music. So anyways, we'll be doing a top 10 favorite songs of Jethro Tull. This will be a bit of a difficult one. Jethro Tull has a ton of stuff, and I only have about half of it, and of that half, about 6 of the 7, about maybe 7 or 8 of the albums I've actually listened to at any length. So most of the stuff will come from that. There might be the odd one that comes from one of the albums I don't have, or from one of the albums I haven't listened to yet. Just so much stuff. They have just like a lot. And even just the studio albums they do have, all the new remastered and box sets all have additional material from that time period on them. And that material is just as good as some of the stuff on the original stuff. So there's a lot. You could listen to Tull for another decade. They're only going to go up. They're never going to go down. I can't see that happening. So the next show which will appear will be a Friday Night Live experience. This is a show where I usually do either a live album that I enjoy, a concert I've seen on the internet, or perhaps I've seen it live. Also, I do have a DVD collection on live concerts, and sometimes I do that. And in this particular case, I'm going to do that. I have the first volume set of the Kiss concerts when they released it. I think they have 3 or 4 set volumes in this. This one is the first set, which goes from their inception up till about 77, and to me that's the best period of Kiss. It's got all the best stuff on it, I think. Just great. It's a great collection of concerts, and we'll be talking about that on the Friday Night Live get into it a little bit more. So that's it for the Friday Night Live. And then we have our Sunday morning for non-rockers who want to just listen to something a little bit less rock-oriented. In fact, I try to steer clear of rock altogether here, although I did do some reggae not too long ago. It's kind of a little more associated with rock than the rest, but this week will be none of that. This week we'll be doing Dean Martin, a crooner that I like quite a bit. I actually like his I liked his variety show. I liked his roasts. I liked his movies that he made with Jerry Lewis, and some of the stuff that he did with the Rat Pack, and even a couple of John Wayne things that I liked as well. So, but anyways, we're here to talk about his music, and he has quite a bit. But I don't have a lot of it. I have one CD, but I just wanted to talk about him. So we'll be doing that for next week's music other than rock, which will come out Sunday morning. And then we'll be doing one last thing this week, which is a one-off. I've been thinking about doing this one-off for a while, but I wanted to get more and more familiar with the album. It's an album that came out about, I think it's 2 years now, maybe 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago anyways. It's an album that was recommended from one of the channels here. I watched their show quite frequently, and one of the participants in the show, who I think is pretty knowledgeable, suggested this album. So he didn't suggest it to me, but he was talking about the album, and I decided I would get it. It's not quite what I thought it would be, but it's grown on me a little bit. So we'll be doing a what I call a recent album review, which will come out probably on Saturday or Sunday. And the group, of course, is Amorphous Androgynous, and they actually have Peter Hamill from went out of my head. Anyways, Peter Hamill will be there on this as well, and we'll be doing a review on the album. So I hope to do that either on a Saturday night or possibly on a Sunday night. It probably will work out to be on a Sunday, but anyway, so that's what's going to be happening this week on the Prog Monster, and I hope that you'll be able to join me for some of these events and watch my show. Anyways, you have a good evening. Please like and subscribe, and we'll be seeing you later. Have a good night.